I forgot to click record. We're on stage 3, ladies and gentlemen. But what's up, everybody? It is your boy Chew, coming back at you with another ROK video. I am your favorite part-time streamer or YouTube video maker, however you decide to watch me. We are going to talk a little bit about KvK. Oh, I wrote down what I needed here. Hold up, let me pull this back up. See, leadership boots, perfect. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this past KvK. The 1v3 KvK against Fire, aka 26, was trash. It was absolutely horrendous. Hated. Oh my goodness, is this thing gonna go all the way every time? Hated every single bit about it. It was just terrible for my account. I didn't gain much KP. I think I gained like 200 million. My dead count went up by like 400,000, so not a lot there either. I don't know if you can tell up here, still I have a ton of resources still. Just sitting there and my bag is full. So basically what ended up happening was pass 7 hit, and it was a lot of passing the passes back and forth. I'll actually cancel out of this and show you. So we were up here with Earth most of the time because Water was just down here not wanting to give up this pass for who knows why. You know, there's no reason behind it in my eyes because, I mean, it was just a mess over here. But we were up here fighting along with Earth, and it was tricky, you know, passing back and forth. Fire was taking on double rallies. They would get the pass, we would double rally it. They would try and, you know, counter rally if they could. Eventually it was a standstill for a while, and then Kingsland hit. Fire pushed, I think it was like actually right here. So he got pretty far into Kingsland, not gonna lie. But then they just got boxed out. It was just too much. So at the end of the day, I mean, we ended up winning. I'm getting an autark based on how much I was able to fight, thankfully. We are not getting the star. I believe that's going down here to Water. It's kind of hard to beat a kingdom that, you know, won't share a pass anyhow. Drama for another day. And then Earth is getting 30 autarks. We are getting 30 autarks, and I don't believe Fire is going to get any outside of the top 10 leaderboards. So if we take a look at that, where's the autark set? Am I tweaking? Here we go. So we got 223rd. It was trash, but I mean, Fire takes down all 10 of these spots, so they're still getting some good, you know, number of autarks. Same goes for deaths. We got Queenie, Sugar, Advocate. So I mean, we had some other people in there, but Fire has most of them across the board for all 3. Even heal points, they were kind of crazy. So it's kind of hard to compete whenever you're, you know, taking on a 1v3. But again, at the end of the day, KvK's finally over. It's like, I think past 5 or 4, whichever one opens up in like a day or 2. So yeah, a day and a half. We'll be able to, you know, challenge through past 5, so that'll be fun. We can get a couple more kills if we can. I don't know how much fighting Fire's got left in them. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. I think we're just kind of push through and they'll go back to Home Kingdom. That's my assumption. And then we'll start looking at the other, you know, capture rewards for the rest of this KvK. But here's my total KP. I'm at 2.67 billion now. My deads are up to 12.24. This KvK, I ended up losing 386,000 troops, so I'll get back like 250 after the little token thing. I spent 7 billion resources. A lot of that was just doing the barb stuff because that's all I could do for a while. But I mean, some of it did come down to fighting whenever we were just, you know, fighting during downtime. Which also, this KvK kind of sucked because when pass 7 hit, I was sick. And, well, I just got back from my trip, okay? So it was like I had a few hours. The next day I was sick, and I was sick all the way up until Kingsland, and I finally got better. Like, the day after we won Kingsland. I was down for the count for like a week straight, so I mean, that was terrible for me. But, I mean, there really just was no fighting for us. You could see all the carpeting that was done on these sides. This was all Fire's carpet all over the place. We kind of just, you know, broke through. But we just kind of barb chained. I didn't really barb chain a whole lot either. I mean, that's a big thing that didn't happen. But I mean, we were just in zones, waiting until past 7. and then it was a standstill for past 7. King's Land ended quick. I mean, it was like a 12-hour ordeal where we locked them out. So wasn't a whole lot of fighting, unfortunately, this KvK for us. I wish if there would have been if we would have been in the corners, I feel like it would have been better for us. But I mean, yeah, being on the far side of a 1v3 is just not the way I'm gonna do a KvK ever again. I don't think I'll ever try and sign up for that. But I mean, yeah, everybody kind of had the same agreement as far as, you know, letting fire go crazy. And I'll show you the board here of all the kill points and everything of like what fire did, because 26 went absolutely crazy. I mean, yeah, they went insane. So props to them. They did fight very well. I just, oh, there we go, 1-time slot. Being on the far side is just not fun. So would not recommend it if your kingdom is planning on doing a 1v3. Try and make sure you're one of the people getting the action. Unless, you know, that one kingdom is absolutely insane, they actually have a chance of winning. It'll be very boring. A very, very, very boring KvK for you. Like it was for me. So, anyhow, I still have a ton of resources left. I'm gonna probably walk into the next KvK with 10 billion of each. Just because I have, I mean, a lot still up there at the top. I did take on a rally only once. I was changing my name to Swarm Me Please, and they wouldn't do it. Finally, I random teleported into their zone 5, or I'm sorry, their zone 6, and they did rally. It lasted a whole 30 seconds. Trades were, you know, okay for me. I think I might have actually saved it. Let's see. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. What's this? This was a swarm, by the way. on a poor guy's city. I think he gave up. I'm not too sure what happened to him, but here it is. So yeah, this was the rally on my city. The deads are not mine. They were my buddy who joined me for some KP. So I gained about 4 million kill points from the rally. They took 320,000 deads. I just took some sevs. So I mean, sevs and deads trades are about the same as far as the count, but they take full deads whenever they're hitting your city. So there wasn't, yeah, too many crazy fun reports. I did garrison the pass one night. They, you know, rallied it a dozen times and finally broke through just because we were swarming rallies down. So that was another thing. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of lost at words for this KvK. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 2. You know, I'm getting an autarch, so that's cool. That's great. For my account, I will be getting the pincer one. So I think it's Toppler? I just messed up. Hold up. I need something different here. I need the Dragon's Breath pants. Perfect. So yeah, I'll be getting the autarch. That's nice. And there's a couple other rewards. I'm getting basically everything except for a couple of the ones with coins, because we're splitting those rewards up pretty evenly. Actually, I think I'll stop here. I don't need to keep going for more epic mats. So, rewards-wise, I'll throw my marks back in the flags. I'll finish up this before we leave. I'll get this in a day and a half, whatever we open up. I mean, that's how little fighting we did. I only got 13.7 million T4 plus kills. So I'm like, there was no fighting for us at all. It was so bad. And I can't get this one, unfortunately. I cannot do the 14 support skills. I didn't get the El Cid unless we decide to build over here. Because he's up here. If we decide to build up here and get him, we were up there at one point. This is fires. Yeah, that's fires. We were up here at one point, but then we took our troops back. How were we? Wait, no. Maybe it's this. I don't know. It's in a zone over here that we're not in right now. But we took our troops back, and I just forgot to get it that time. So every other thing we'll get. And also, I'm getting one more coin, so I'll use that to get my Toppler here. But I'm thinking I go cavalry for my KvK piece, because I do have the horn, or not the horn, the hammer and the helmet here for infantry already. So I'm thinking maybe I'll pick up Sacred Dominion or maybe Pride of the Khan for my cavalry, and then for my archer set, I'll just run the full Dragon's Breath set until I get enough coins to get the actual, you know, archer KvK pieces, depending on if the helmet or horn crit. If it does crit, I'll probably keep buying, you know, the horn or whatever, whichever one crits for infantry. That way I can upgrade the iconic tier. But knowing my luck, that's not going to happen. I do not get crits. Unfortunately, the game does hate me, but it's fine. We just live life. We're just here, you know, just hanging out. I don't think I have enough to craft this either. Let's see. I think I'm still shy. Two legendary materials. That's fine. So next stream, next video, I'll have these crit. So I'll have my full infantry set crit. I have the helmet blueprint. I have the Hope Cloak blueprint. I'll get it with that right there, so I can make that iconic tier 5 as well. I have the shield blueprint, so that'll go. Oh, I don't. I thought I did. Really? Oh, maybe I'm thinking about whenever I hit the VIP 18, I'll get the shield. Anyhow, shield's gonna stay tier 4. Apparently, I did not have the blueprint for it. Why was I thinking it did? Maybe Alliance Mobilization's giving me 15. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That could be it. I'll leave gloves and boots at tier 2, so I'll get them both up to tier 2. And then I don't know if I want to bring these up to tier 4 or maybe all the way to tier 5. Kind of up in the air about that one right now for the pants. But then cavalry, I'll replace this and that with the KvK pieces. I'm going to build the Ash of the Dawn pants here, so that'll be my full cavalry set. And then archers, it'll be all Dragon's Breath, so I'll trade out these 3 pieces here soon. And then for my secondary infantry, I think you have this gear, I will build the Sacred Grips. If they crit, I'll put my Sacred Grips on my Charles here that has my infantry gear because I've been barb chaining. These grips will go, or these gloves will go to my secondary set, so it'll be the extra 3 defense. Eventually, I'll build the KvK pieces, and if they crit, they'll go on my main set. If they don't, they'll go on my secondary set, just because my tier level here for my helmet and my shield are already going to be at level 5. Currently, who has it? Who has it? You do. This is currently my inscriptions. So I have airtight. Stats are okay. So there's my airtight stats. Not bad, you know. Pretty solid. My toppler will go on here, and I'll just reroll the defense, so that'll be nice as well. And then as far as pity goes, I'm at 8 out of 10 for pity. So I can either go for, I look back here, I can either go for the Demolisher or the Thundering. I'm thinking Thundering, so let me know down below if I should be, you know, knocking this out and get the 10% smite boost, or if I should go for here and get the Demolisher. But 0 out of 10 here, but if you look at my Charles here, I'm 8 out of 10, so I'll just transfer this one over to Pincer, and I'm 96 away, so hopefully it hits here on this one. Otherwise, I'll just take it all the way to 10 out of 10, and I'll get it for sure. But yeah, next KvK, I'm gonna run 4 full legendary KvK pieces, or sets, sorry. 4 full, you know, legendary sets. I have a secondary blueprint for Ring and Horn, so I'll craft another Ring and Horn eventually. I don't think it'll be before I get into fighting for my next KvK, depending on how long our off season is. Infantry wise, here's what I got cooking. I'm thinking I go Toku with the MGEs, max him out because his skills are 5-3-1-1, so pretty low. I do have 300 legendary heads, so maybe I can dump them in here depending on what I get for MGE. I should get the infantry MGE though. I mean, I am like the main garrison, so hopefully, right? We'll see. Depending on, you know, if it decides to hit before our next KvK. So if it does, I'll get Toku, and then I will run in the field William Wallace, probably Luce, and then I don't know for my secondary march. I really like Ragnar. I might build him up. BQ's phenomenal. Let me know what I should do. Maybe I'll make a video about it later on if I run, you know, Ragnar, Skippy, or William Wallace, Luce, BQ, Luce, whoever, you know. All these guys are all pretty low as far as sculptures go. My BQ is at 5551, so if we get him in the wheel, I'll eventually max him out as well. So that'll be nice. But I mean, that's it for this account so far. My little account KvK update. Nothing too exciting. KvK was boring. Sorry that there wasn't a lot of videos, wasn't a lot of streams. I might do a few here as the time comes to an end, I might, you know, honor chain a little bit. I'm at 500 basically. I'm not going to be able to get in the top 20. Well, actually, maybe. Wow, this is low. Huh. Maybe I could. TBD on that, I guess. But yeah, this has been it. I'm very bored. My speed ups didn't change at all. I'm at 1,035 days. I think I had 1,100. So, I mean, I did spend more than 70 days, but I've just regained some from the chest so far. Yeah, this is it. Outside of that, y'all take care, everybody. Peace.